there's just powder everywhere now. Hi guys, it's Emmarie, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about my hair care routine and also what I use in my hair care routine to fight frizz. I have naturally frizzier hair. I always have, and I will explain why and more. But first, before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe if you have not and ring the bell so you can get notified of any future videos like this one. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, let's talk about the different reasons why you might have frizzy hair if you have frizzy hair. One is, and most likely, is your hair is lacking moisture for some reason. Whether it's naturally lacking moisture because you have curly hair and it's just naturally more dehydrated, or if you have damaged hair, or if you live in a place that's drier. I live in Utah. Anytime I talk to someone who moves to Utah, they're like, my skin wasn't dry until I moved here. And I was like, yeah, I know. There is lots of different reasons. Most of them have similar solutions. Not all of them, not saying all of them, not saying this technique, this kind of thing works on everyone. What I'm talking about works on everyone, because frizz is most likely led from dehydration from multiple reasons. So I'm just going to talk about the products I use in my not daily hair care routine, because a lot of these I only use when I wash my hair twice weekly or daily basis depending on what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to start off with this one first. This is the Garnier Fructis Slick and Shine Anti-Frizz. And this, I'm pretty sure, is meant for people with finer, thinner, straight hair. But no. This left my hair way too greasy, and you're like, wait, why isn't it in your hair care routine then? So what I do is, before I wash my hair, if I'm having a really tough hair week, few days the day before, if my hair was being really uncontrollable from like weather, like today, oh my goodness, I'll probably use this next time I wash my hair, because today we literally had every single type of weather possible, and my hair was so confused. It's like, is it dry, is it wet, is it cold, is it hot? What I do is I pump quite a bit into my hair, not a ton, but like 2 pumps. Now keep in mind, I have really long hair, so I'd probably do 4 pumps altogether. I think if you have hair from here up, 2 pumps will be enough. And I rub it in my hands, and then I'm not gonna do it right now, I coat all of my hair, and I just do this right before I get in the shower, 4 or 5 minutes before I get in the shower. Not wait around and just sit around, but like between the time I gather all of my things and head into the bathroom and wait for the water to heat up and all that stuff, that's how long I normally keep it in my hair. And this is just like a pre-shower treatment to help your hair not freak out when it gets washed. At least that's what I use it for. This is normally used for like a leave-in conditioner. If you have curly hair, your hair might be able to handle this, but if you don't, I would recommend using it the way I use it if you would like to try it. Okay, another thing that I knew but didn't really understand until I experienced it recently. Your shampoo and conditioner really matters, and I mean really matters, and the details about what the conditioner and shampoo do really matter, okay? You can't just have a moisturizing conditioner and a volumizing shampoo or something like that. The more targeted to a certain hair type, the better. Before, that's what I was actually using, was like more moisturizing conditioner that maybe was for frizzy hair or something like that, and then like a volumizing conditioner that was moisturizing too. And I thought that was enough, and it did okay, like it didn't do a bad job. But then I got these. I just recently used these, and it makes the biggest difference. So these are the Matrix Total Results So Long Damaged Hair, and it made the biggest difference in my hair just using it 4 times. Yeah, I noticed it the first time. I was like, whoa, why am I having such a good hair day? And then it hit me. I was like, this is shampoo and conditioner. And so I totally stand by these. I'm not saying you have to go out and spend a ton of money on shampoo. Just make sure you're targeting the exact problem. So if you have curly, frizzy hair, get a shampoo and a conditioner for curly, frizzy hair. And most brands have a lot of varieties for a lot of different hair types now. I also use my conditioner first. So I will rinse out this if I'm using this. And you guys might think this is excessive, but I only use this like once or twice a month. I don't use it a ton. So I get my hair wet, use the conditioner, let it sit in there for about a minute. Just let it soak up a little bit, not a ton. You don't have to treat it like a mask or anything like that. 30 seconds to a minute. And then rinse it out, shampoo my hair, and then I will use a hair mask. And right now, these two are my favorites. And some people might be really surprised. I did a review on this, and by the end of it, I said they're good, but they're not the best ever. And I still stand by that, but the more I've used it, the more I've noticed my hair improving. And someone commented on this video a few days ago, or yesterday, today, something like that, I don't remember, saying the reason that I had talked about, it kind of bugged me that when I was rinsing out my hair, it wasn't super duper, like I didn't notice like a really silky texture. And they're like, it's because it doesn't have silicone. So I was like, oh, that makes sense. So if I'm in a hurry, which more than not I have been lately, I will use the Garnier Fructis Damage Repairing Treat 1 Minute Mask. And so I'll just leave this in there for at least a minute. Sometimes I'll leave it in for a minute or 2 or 3 minutes if either my hair had a really hard day and I don't have time for this, or you know, I'm taking longer to shave my legs or something. And then if I have a minute, or if it's a more special occasion, I need my hair to look extra nice, I will use the, I need to really learn how to say this. This is more deep conditioning than this. And I only wash my hair twice a week. This says use it once or twice a week. This doesn't have a specific how many times a week you should use it. And so it just happens that I just use it every time. I've just gotten into the habit, and my hair is so much better. Like, I've seen such an improvement. But you can't, if you don't see the biggest improvement the first time you use it, you can't give up. Try it like between 4 and 8, like 6 times, and it's not working for you. You need to look into a different mask. Then another thing I do to avoid frizz is I don't use heat, which some people are like, what? You don't use heat on your hair? So when I rinse out my hair, when water touches my hair, it is cold or warm-ish water. It's never hot. And especially when I'm rinsing out my hair mask, that is as cold as water as I can stand, because cold water helps lock in your hair and make it less frizzy. Ask anyone that has tried it. It has helped. Both my sisters swear by it. Even my little brother, who has some trouble with frizz, like, always notices a difference. So yes, so rinse my hair with cold water. Then when I get it out of the shower, I use a couple things. First, instead of using a normal towel to dry my hair, I will use a cotton t-shirt. I just use this old one, and I will gently squeeze, and gently, do not like wring out your hair. Just gently go down and get rid of as much moisture as possible. But there's also microfiber towels that do that exact same thing, that are really good for your hair, that help prevent frizz and damage and all that stuff. Right after I get out of the shower and I've dried my hair a little bit, I will use at least 2 of these products. So I will use this Marc Anthony True Professional Strengthening Grow Long Leave-In Conditioner, and it is amazing, like, oh, so good. I got this in my Ipsy bag, and it is like one of my favorite things ever. It's available at like Walgreens and Ulta and all that stuff. It smells really good, and I'll just grab like dime size amount per side of my hair. If you have short, like normal length hair, I would just get a dime size amount for all over, and I will start from my ends and work my way up to distribute the product. And then I will use my wet brush, that is very hairy, I'm so sorry, to brush through my hair, starting from the bottom and working my way up, because this acts like a detangler too. Or it just really depends on my mood which one I use. I also love It's a 10 Leave-In Miracle Plus Keratin. This also helps detangle my hair, at least. I don't know if this is for everyone, but it just depends on the day which one I use as a leave-in conditioner. And once I'm done with my leave-in conditioner, I will take the L'Oreal Air Dry It Mousse, This is actually meant for people with wavy or curly hair. I use it very differently. I will take like this much-ish, flip my hair upside down, shake it, add it to my roots, and blend it in like I would like dry shampoo. And then I will flip my part to the opposite side because root confusion, I think is what it's called, makes it so you can have more volume. So if you struggle with volume, this mixed with putting your part on the opposite side is a great way to achieve more volume. I really struggled with my hair looking really flat, and now I feel like for the most part, except for maybe sometimes right here, if I sit like this, I have a habit of sitting like this. That'll kind of weigh my hair down. That it does a good job. And if I'm going to blow dry my hair, which I use the cool setting, which I know a lot of blow dryers that's still pretty hot. Ours that my mom has, I don't know what brand it is actually pretty cold. Sometimes if I'm not pushing the button hard enough, it'll get a little bit warm, but it's never hot. If I'm in a really big hurry and I need my hair blow dried, like I need my hair to dry faster, I will use this. Why do all these companies have such weird names? OAI hair oil. And it smells like a legit Hawaiian tropical garden. And I will just put a little bit of this through my hair, focusing especially on my ends, and then blow dry my hair. And that helps it not be so frizzy, because when you're using a lot of pressured air on your hair and it's not hot, it can be even more prone to frizz if you're not careful. So I just use this stuff, and this seems to do the trick. Most hair oils will do the trick as long as they're actual hair oils and not a bunch of junk with a little bit of argan oil mixed in with it or something like that. So as long as they're true hair oils, they'll do a good job. Another thing you can do to help with volume or anything like that to avoid teasing, because teasing is not good for frizzy hair, it's taking the frizzy hair that's already going crazy and making it just 10 times worse. So staying away from teasing as much as possible is a good thing. Products like this Dust It Volumizing Powder by Schwarzkopf is great. It basically adds similar texture to your hair that teasing does. I wouldn't say it's as intense. It's a very fine powder. It's kind of like baby powder, but like it adds so much grip to your hair. So like, wearing a black shirt was not a good plan. It adds texture, it adds grip, it adds volume, and it can do so good. They have a lot of good ones at Walmart, at the drugstore. This one's from Ulta. You can find some good, affordable texturizing powders. And they're also really good for braids. So if you sprinkle it on top of a braid and then stretch it out, it'll make it so all the hairs will stick together but still like expand so your braid doesn't fall apart. It's beautiful. Alright guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to comment down below on your favorite hair secret to get rid of frizz or to just have healthier hair, or if you don't have one, which one you want to try, because there's a lot of good stuff in here. I'm not gonna lie. But I love you guys so much, and don't ever forget that you are enough. Bye!